Come with us where the corn is popped and the throwback Thursdays never stop. It's a magical land not far away. All you have to do is just press play.
So,
hop on the couch and close your eyes. Gonna party like it's 99. Join us, watch the movies of our lives with Blockbuster Wives.
welcome to Blockbuster Wives, where your two favorite 90s babies talk about movies from the era of a certain blue and yellow video rental store. I'm your host with the most... Late Shea, baby.
Hey! And I'm Stacy. Not always kind, but always rewinds and supports my girl.
God, yes.
And you're listening to...
Blockbuster Wives.
In 2024,
Yo.
bringing you Transformation Month.
I'm saluting all of you for being here today.
Thank
and
you
my
for
wife.
joining us.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yet again, we love you guys so much. We wouldn't be here without you. Actually, that's not true. We'd probably still be here screaming to the void.
Just
but
to hear ourselves talk, am
Yep.
I right?
especially me, because I listen to every episode like 3 times.
You can't get enough.
Unbelievable. But anyway, we love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you, my wife, for being here as well.
Thanks. Happy to be here, Shay.
Good. I'm so glad. These cocktails are good. I need
Yeah,
more
we
sippity
made
doodah.
a squirrely little mixture of
Froggy.
a red buzzball. I don't even know what the flavor is supposed to be. I'm just going to call it red.
Strawberry.
A strawberry buzzball.
Yep.
And orange jarrito soda,
Yeah, like a clementine.
but alcoholic. So.
And gin. So.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Yep.
And we added a shot of gin. So this thing is zippy.
It is, but you know what? It doesn't feel like that. You know when drinks are too strong and you kind of like make a face when you drink it? It's sweet enough that you're not making the face, but you know it's strong.
Yeah, it's strong, but it's juicy.
Like both of us, baby. Anyways, I want you to talk about your cataract situation.
Yeah, y'all. So
Aw, poor Stacey.
the jig is up. I'm an old soul and I got old ass eyes.
The jig is up like you've been pretending
jig
this
is
whole
up.
time.
The old lady in my soul has caught up to my eyeballs.
She's really come through, baby.
I really have. And I had noticed for like the back half of last year that my vision was getting blurrier, particularly my left eye. And so if I closed my right eye, it was like noticeably worse vision, which shouldn't really happen in like the course of a year.
That's so frustrating.
It's really annoying. At first I thought it was that my contact was just always dirty. So I was like constantly like cleaning it. And in my head I'd convince myself like it's a little better, and it wouldn't be. Or when I wore my glasses, I'd be like, oh, maybe this lens is just dirty.
The lies we tell ourselves, really.
Full denial.
Ugh.
And then it popped into my head. I realized my own sister had to get cataract surgery around this age.
Damn.
But she had always thought that it was related to becoming pregnant. And your eyes do change a lot. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like I wasn't really thinking about it. But then as time went on, I was like, do I have a goddamn cataract? Good Lord.
What was like the thing that really like settled in where you were like, I think I do?
When I realized that going back between my glasses and contacts, there was no difference.
Oh,
I was like, so this isn't a contact issue or a prescription issue. This is my eyeball is not seeing well. And then I was watching a yoga with Adriene video, as you do, for her New Year's challenge, which I highly recommend. It's not too late, okay? Go back. Start at day 1. You can do whenever you want.
I'm going to do it because I was planning on it and then I was still like at the tail end of my sickness, but I'm starting tomorrow.
Ooh, it's so good. And the beauty of her videos is they really are free. She keeps them up forever, so you can choose like any 30-day program you want. She has like calendars that go with it, and it's completely free. And she doesn't do ads in the middle, which is great. She'll do them before or after, whatever, I can hang. But there's nothing worse than trying to do a relaxing yoga video and then it's like, buy a Hyundai. I'm like, can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, can you please, like, you can choose. Don't be annoying.
Yeah, I was a big fan of her, but I realized when I was watching the video, I could see like 2 of her on the little screen, and I was like, oh no, double vision, which I did know was a sign of cataracts. So I was like, God damn it. But I always go to the eye doctor in January to get my new year of contacts.
Right.
Because we live in a dumb system, and I can't buy contacts if my prescription is expired. You have to go every year without fail.
Fully
and
trash.
It's very expensive. But so I went this time and I was like, lady, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I might have a cataract. And she's like, okay, sure, Jan. I'm like, how old are you? And I was like,
Bitch.
all right, take a look-see.
If you're a doctor, you should know that that's a possibility.
She wasn't like rude to me, but I could tell she was like, I doubt you have cataracts.
Right.
And then she took a little look and she's like, wow, I think you do have a cataract.
And you're like, ha ha
Like,
ha.
I know. And later she's like, I bet you weren't expecting me to tell you have a cataract today. I was like, no, I did.
You're like, I did tell you
I
that, actually.
brought it up
God.
at the beginning. So I actually was expecting
I
it.
came up
Other
with
than
the
that, she
idea.
was great. She was very thorough, which I did appreciate. She did like all the tests, all the examinations. So that was great.
That's nice. Good.
But yeah, she's like, you got a goddamn cataract, so I'll set you up with an ophthalmologist who can tell you your options. But the good news is, cataract surgery, they give you a whole new lens to your eyeball, and they can correct for your vision issues. So it's like, I'm going to get a brand new, like, cool-ass lens, and I won't need fucking contacts or glasses anymore.
You're going to
She's a
be able to
miracle.
see me with virgin eyes.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. I've worn glasses since 4th grade, y'all.
Yeah.
4th grade!
Yeah, I do have a fuck ton of privilege in that way, because you, Becca, and Jamie have all needed glasses, like, our
A
whole
long time.
upbringing, and I've never, like, I'm getting to the point now where I'm like, I might start needing glasses, which is crazy. I'm fucking 32. Like,
Yeah, and they're all like, well, you will probably still need reading glasses because apparently you can like upgrade to a super fancy lens that's supposed to be like bionic and helps you read. But my sister got that at a very high price, and she's like, it did not work.
okay.
So I'm like, I'll just wear the reading glasses.
Yeah.
They'll be cute.
They'll be cute. They're sexy.
Yeah, exactly.
You look great in
and
glasses.
I probably wouldn't need them for 10 years anyway. And like, we're all gonna need reading glasses at a certain point. It's just the way it goes.
I think that's, like, where I'm at right now.
Okay.
Or, like, because I think I told you the other day, but, like, yeah, there's certain things now that I have to, like, squint. Like, even that Red Sox, like, pamphlet thing, I used to be able to read that whole thing, like, perfectly well. And now the part where it says presented by, I have to, like, squint a little to read it.
Oh my god.
Which fucking sucks. I used to have crazy vision, and now I'm like, did I say vision? Anyways,
She's
keeping-
got crazy vision.
I had
Accept it.
crazy vision, which rhymes with pigeon, so
Which rhymes with suck it.
suck it, lady. But anyway, I don't know which lady
You're
I'm
like a
telling
little
to suck it.
vision test here, huh? You can track your progress.
Yeah, I guess I can. No, it's hard. It's hard for me to read that. I have to, like, fully, I don't know. Does that say change the game? Anyways.
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't. You're like, I don't know. Why are you asking?
I can't see for shit either, girl.
Blind leading the blind, literally. I'm definitely gonna start to need glasses pretty soon. But you know what? I've had so much privilege like my whole life, and I didn't think about it until maybe like a handful of years ago, where like everyone in my life spends so much fucking money on just to be able to see.
Yeah, and I was considering getting LASIK. Thank God I didn't get it, because she's like, if you were to get LASIK, it wouldn't matter, because like this is like damage to your lens and that has to be taken out. And I was like, whew, dodged a bullet
Thank
there.
the
And
Lord.
now I'm basically going to have insurance cover it, so I'll be able to see without glasses or contacts and not have to pay like $5,000. So
God bless.
actually kind of a fortunate turn of events.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be like a cyborg.
When you told all of us, I was like, you've been talking about this for a long time, like you getting laser. So I'm like, this is perfect, actually.
Yeah, it worked out a little differently than I imagined.
I heard that it's like your eyeball is like a grape, and they like it's like that, almost like consistency, and like cutting off like the slice of the top of it. Like, it's so crazy.
You know what's wild is my mom got one of the early rounds of LASIK eye surgery.
Whoa.
Like back when it was like new.
Yeah.
Which, brave. Very brave.
So brave. Unbelievable.
And it was so cutting edge that I think they were worried about people like not believing in it, so they used to film it. And so we had a VHS tape
No, you
with
did.
my mom's LASIK eye surgery on it. And we watched it as a family. Like movie
Friday
night.
night. Oh my god.
And I was young.
Dude.
And the first
should have
shot
had to watch
is they literally take a scalpel and they cut off the front of her eye and just flap it over.
Yeah, I've heard it's like a flap situation.
A freaking flap. And her eyes are being held open like Clockwork Orange style. Like with the clamps.
Drink the milk,
And I remember
baby.
being like, Mom, how did you not blink? And she's like, they put you on a lot of drugs. And I was like, okay.
I heard that because that's how, like, you have to get a ride home. Like, you cannot ride yourself. And don't you just, like, sleep, and then when you wake up?
Yeah, it's like wild how fast your eyes heal. They're like, it's 24 hours like max nowadays. I was like, what?
When you think about the healing that it takes even to, like, heal from, like, a bikini wax or something,
Wild.
that is so little time for something that invasive that, like, changes your life.
And she said, yeah, you just have to like keep it from physical damage for like 24 hours and then you are good. It's like, oh, that's wild.
Whoa.
But anyways, in this video, they do the little flap and then it like shows the laser beams and then they like put the flap back on and do more laser beams. And it was strange.
That
and
is
I guess they thought that this was better than not filming it, but looking back, I'm like, how weird.
That they're like, we have to, otherwise people won't believe us.
I don't know if they like offered it as a perk and she paid for it. I don't know, but I always thought it was interesting that we had a VHS of a laser eye surgery.
Low-key, I want a VHS of yours.
Our movie collection. I don't think they do that shit anymore.
That's trash.
Certainly not VHS.
I'm going to be outside with a picket sign. Where's my VHS?
Oh, it's so funny because I asked them, I was like, can we just do both eyes at once and knock it out? And she's like, well, no, because what if something does go wrong and then you'd be blind in both eyes? I was like, that's a good point. So she's like, we'll do it in one eye, make sure it works, make sure it's all healed, and then you do the other eye.
Oh, so you're doing two separate.
It'll have to be two separate.
Dang.
I guess they will not do two eyes at once because it's too risky.
Oh, I didn't know.
I know.
Whoa.
I thought that was interesting.
Well, that's good.
I was like, that makes sense.
That's smart.
Why roll the dice?
It's the smartest way
God
to do
forbid
it.
something does happen.
No,
you don't want both eyes to
nothing
be
bad will happen. It'll be perfect, and then you'll be able to see me with virgin eyes. It'll be gorgina. It'll truly be the first time you're seeing me.
It'll be wild.
Wow. Cheers to you, my
Cheers to new eyeballs, baby.
Hey, new eyeballs. I'm already feeling buzzed from this. Are
really?
you?
I'm not, but you've drank a little more than me. Oh,
That's true.
no.
I'm like,
Here's my future.
That's why I had to take my flannel off.
You're not gonna get that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, this will be fun.
Okay. So, as we previewed last episode, this week's movie is another freaking iconic movie for people our exact age.
Truly.
This movie was like tailor-made for us.
Oh, 1 bajillion%.
We were about 12 years old when it came out. So,
what a perfect age for this.
The perfect age for this.
Honestly, for every part of this movie, it's so perfect.
The star was having a moment. Ugh.
Beyond.
Just amazing.
Yeah, really. And that movie is
Freaky Friday.
Oh, it's Freaky Friday.
Here's a freak.
Ow. Stick it down.
Okay. So, corporate bullshit for a Freaky
I'm excited.
Friday.
Here we go.
Corporate bullshit. Some bullshit.
This week's corporate bullshit is brought to you by Skintegrity. Skintegrity is a love child of London the SD, who got her start in the spa industry in 2010, starting as a concierge and eventually getting promoted to management. Since becoming licensed in 2015, she's worked at 5-star resorts on the Las Vegas Strip and now runs her very own studio, Skintegrity.
London is driven by results and 5-star customer experience. We both can personally attest to London's angel hands and true expertise in all things skincare.
When I was going to get married and wanted my skin looking right, London designed a treatment package that addressed all my concerns and made me a glowing bride.
She has also given me a few facials in my day, and not only is she so focused on your experience while you're with her, but she also asks intentional questions and genuinely wants to understand your overall health and wellness outside of her studio. You can find London on Insta at LondonTheSD or skintegritynow.com. Mention Blockbuster Wives and your first facial will be $105. That's over a 10% savings by mentioning the pod.
Plus, you can mention Blockbuster Wives to get a facial for only $50 on Mondays with London's Apprentice Diamond. I've also gotten a facial from Diamond, and it was dynamite.
Again, the name is Skintegrity, and be sure to mention the pod.
Bye!
Bye!
It was directed by Mark Waters. Does that name sound familiar?
No.
Mean Girls. Another episode we did.
Oh my god. I wonder if he's related to John Waters.
Maybe. He actually hadn't directed that many big movies. He did direct Mean Girls, but then he produced 500 Days of Summer. It's another, classic teeny movie.
I fucking love 500 Days of Summer.
For young people.
So good.
It was written by Heather Hatch and Leslie Dixon, so ladies wrote this.
Love it.
It's based on Mary Rodgers' 1972 novel of the same name, which I've never read. Have you?
Nope.
It's in a long saga, so it's the third adaptation of that story, but it's also like the 5th installment overall in this line of movies. So really? I haven't seen any other of them.
No, but I only know of the one right before it, like the one from like the early Disney days.
Okay, yeah, but apparently there's a lot of these movies out there. I think this is definitely the most successful one, but
holy smokes.
This is a story that's been done time and time again. Like, I mean, not only just body swap movies, but specifically like mother-daughter swapping.
You know what? That's true, because Wish Upon a Star is literally this.
Yeah, right.
It's the same exact story.
There's always great body swapping stick.
Yep. Actually, there was an episode of Lizzie McGuire where they did that.
Oh, wait, who did she swap with?
Matt, her little brother.
Wow.
And they did a phenomenal job.
Okay, I think I do remember that. That's what's so good about, like, you really get to see someone's acting chops because they have to act to be the other person in that person's body.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that Hilary Duff and whatever her brother's name is, I can't remember right now, would do that good of a job when they were that young. But holy fuck, like, when I look back at that episode, even now, I'm like, they went fucking crazy.
This was famously not as well done in the movie Face Off.
Ooh.
With John Travolta and Nick Cage.
I didn't.
Nick Cage's impression of John Travolta is unhinged.
How did I know it'd be Nick Cage?
John Travolta's Nick Cage impression is like a little... It's still weird. They're two guys who just take it to, 12 out of 10 all the time. So
Dudes and Bros.
It's a nuts movie.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
I know.
It's a classic. It's so ridiculous.
I would love to.
Okay.
We need to get Nick Cage on here.
Hello, Nick Cage.
Hello.
If you're hearing the siren song,
We love you so much. We want you to come over to Stacy's house.
You won't be able to resist that.
He fucking would, though.
I
We're
mean,
like, we have a hot
I
tub
hope
room.
so. I'm like, you won't.
I'm like, you wouldn't. And then you really wouldn't get in the hot tub, and you really wouldn't have our cocktails. You know what? I really picture him in this house. I feel like he would
I
come
think he
here.
would like it.
He would.
It's over the top, much like him.
Exactly. I think he'd be like, this house works for me. I'd be like, yeah. Now, be on our podcast, bitch. Anyways, okay.
In this movie, it stars Jamie Lee Curtis, scream queen herself,
famously.
Nepo baby, but that's okay, and Lindsay Lohan, who, as far as I know, is not a Nepo baby.
She's not.
She's not. She did it her way.
She did it her.
Like,
That's going to be
sing that song every fucking episode.
Ironically, in transition month or transformation month, doing it her way, that's our fucking theme song for this whole thing.
So Jamie Lee Curtis obviously plays mom. Lindsay Lohan plays the daughter.
Yeah.
Chad Michael-Murray, I forgot, plays the love interest. And he's really not in it that much.
Towards the end.
He's like, yeah, maybe a page of lines, really. Like, he doesn't have a whole lot to say, but, he's your hunky hero. He has the craziest little goatee I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was like a shock to my system when I
like,
saw that again.
What is that on his chin? What is that?
I was like, why did they choose that? Like,
it's the smallest amount of hair
he didn't need to
you could
do
possibly
that.
have. Yeah.
Maybe it's because they wanted him to look like
A little older.
potentially mature, but also...
But it was
didn't.
so scraggly and small that I'm like, ooh.
No, it didn't work. I think that's what they wanted it to work with the leather jacket and the motorcycle, but it didn't work.
And he is supposed to be like older boy of indeterminate age.
I'm like, how old are you? Do you go to that school
Right. I
or
think
do you
they
work?
purposely made it opaque. It's really unclear.
It's very odd.
Well, and I think as becomes clear later in the film, it's because he goes on a date with Jamie Lee Curtis. So I think they were trying to imply maybe he's 18 and if they fucked it wouldn't be illegal.
I think that's what they were trying to do. Because she said, he's too old for you. I think he was 8. I think
he was 18.
I think he was firmly 18.
And I think she was 15, maybe 16.
I think she's 16.
But she had her permit, not her driver's license. Which, I mean, she could have just had it later.
Yeah. I didn't get my license till I was 19.
True. So I think she's around 16.
Yeah.
He's around 18.
Yeah. I think that's the age where it seems like relatively appropriate for both, but still like obviously not with him and Jamie Lee Curtis. That's for fuck sure. But anyways.
And then one other cast member I wanted to shout out is Christina Vidal from Brink.
Dude, love this bitch so much.
And she rocks it.
She can do it
I
all.
felt kind of bad for Lindsay Lohan because Christina Vidal sings a song and really rocks it. And then poor Lindsay Lohan has to sing after. And it's like, she just doesn't have the powerhouse,
I don't know. I love that song.
I love that song, but their voices one after another. I was like, wow,
they're just different
Christina
styles.
Vidal really was like rocking it.
Luckily, they gave her the more mellow, like poppy, cute song, and they gave her the
Exactly, like a hello rock girl energy.
Dude, I want a pink slip T-shirt so fucking
They
bad.
should make those.
Guaranteed, there's somewhere.
There's some on the internet.
Like, okay, there's so. Have we talked about this before? Where I'm like, I want so many fictional bands T-shirts, like Crucial Taunt, Pink Slip. I can probably name a couple other ones.
Infant Sorrow. From Get Him to
Infant
the
Sorrow, dude, I love that movie. Oh yeah, like any of those, just like blow me out of the water, truly. But anyway, keep going.
That's a good idea. The film earned Curtis a Golden Globe nomination. She didn't win. For Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. As far as I could tell, that's the only major award it was nominated for. A shame.
Unbelievable.
It came out August 4th, 2003.
Perfect.
So late summer blockbuster. 96 minutes long. Love it.
That was like right at the, let's see, 2003, August of 2003. That was like right when we were best friends, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, we had just turned 12.
I am surprised that we like didn't see it in theaters together. We might have though. I forgot about
I know it was on. I had the DVD and I watched it a lot.
Me too.
It had a budget of a mere $26 million, and it boxed $160 million.
What the fuck is
Gangbusters.
up?
Rotten Tomatoes, 88% critic score.
Wow.
Great.
So good.
Audience score far lower, 57, which is odd. Usually, if anything, it's higher.
That's very weird.
Very strange.
That is super weird, actually.
And Ebert gave it 3 stars. Pretty high.
I'm blown away. Good job, Ebert.
Yeah, and one quote I have is Anna, who is the daughter, believes Tess, who's the mom, is remarrying with unseemly haste. She's going through what in Disney movie passes for a rebellious phase, and in real life would be exemplary teenage behavior.
Yeah,
True.
True, literally.
She's like doing everything right, and they're like, you're out of control.
Yeah, straight the fuck up. She does nothing wrong. She's just like annoyed by her brother who's being a fucking idiot.
Exactly. It was Lindsay Lohan, who starred in The Recycled Parent Trap 1998, has that Jodie Foster sort of seriousness and intent focus beneath her teenage persona. It's like, that's very nailed it. She does.
Yeah.
And Jamie Lee Curtis has always had an undercurrent of playfulness. They're right for these roles not only because of their talent, but also because of their essential natures.
Very true.
Oh, sometimes he gets it.
Good.
He must have finished this one.
This is what I'm saying. Sometimes Ebert, he surprises me, and I'm like, good job, Ebert. And then the next second, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Everything you say, I agree with entirely. Anyway.
It does pass the Bechdel test. There's several conversations, mostly about the band amongst the female named characters.
Yeah.
A lot of the conversations between mother and daughter are about the guy.
Yeah, about like Chad Michael Murray and also Ryan.
Right. So I was like surprised. I was like, oh God, is this movie not going to pass?
Yeah.
But when she's with her friends, they talk about other stuff.
Right, like the band specifically. Yeah.
Synopsis, I didn't write one out beforehand, but it is a classic body swap movie. The mom's about to get remarried. The daughter's about to have a big show that's going to launch her band. And the night before, they swap bodies due to a devious prank played by a very stereotypical Asian character, which is it does not age well.
It doesn't. That's bad news.
It's not good. But they wake up, they're in different bodies, they have to live each other's lives, walk a mile in their shoes, and surprise, surprise, they come to a greater understanding of each other.
Oh my God, good job.
Thanks.
On the fly, too.
On the flip
I'm
side.
not surprised at all.
Thanks. Yeah, I was obsessed with this movie, and I was obsessed with the soundtrack. I still have the soundtrack on CD in my closet.
Yes, we used to listen to it in your car.
I listen to it all. I still listen to it. It's
Don't
so
they
good.
have a Fifi Dobson song on there?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I remember listening to it in your car when we were firmly teenagers. Holy shit. Also, even just the very beginning scene. The transition from the original So Happy Together to the new one. I can't take me loving nobody but you. Oh my God.
Yeah, there's like a lot of pop punk covers that I was very into.
Are there songs on there too? Like Pink Slip
Yes.
songs? Dude, I hate Wayne's World doesn't have any Crucial Taunt songs on there.
What's mean?
I'm like, what are you
Do
fucking
not disrespect
talking
her
about?
that way.
Ugh. Anyway, no, that even like that shows from the very beginning the range of like they're trying to mesh the old with the new. Like it's just so smart. It was such a smart decision. And then I want to talk about the morning shift versus the night shift thing that we have going on.
Okay, yes,
Because
please do.
A big part of the movie is that, okay, well, first of all, so like alarms go off. Jamie Lee Curtis, who's the mom, wakes up hella early. She gets so much shit done. She keeps trying to wake up the daughter. The daughter's still sleeping. It's exaggerated to the point where, like, Jamie Lee Curtis is like, you gotta get up. She, like, flips the blankets off and she grabs her ankles as Lindsay Lohan is, like, clinging to her fucking bedpost. And it made me laugh because, like, Jamie Lee Curtis gets so much done before, like, 7 a.m. And I was like, this is me and Stacy. Like,
And I so I did all the dishes and organized.
I did all the dishes. I
The
read a
laundry.
book. I talked to someone's parents. I like drank a whole cup of coffee. I like solved world hunger, and I'm still like.
I do love how heightened it is. Like, but I remember mornings like that as a teenager where you felt like I cannot leave this bed.
Yes,
I'll die.
that's how I feel.
I'm so tired.
I know, especially when you're growing and you're like hormonal and like
And you are like literally growing like a foot.
yes. So like your
Crazy.
body needs so much sleep, and it's like you need to get up, lazy bones, and
And
it's
we
like
force teenagers to wake up far too early. Like, doesn't school start at 7 a.m.?
our school started at 7:25.
I couldn't do that now.
I know.
I don't want to.
I know, and you
I'm
had
not
to be
interested.
fully ready.
Yes.
Have all of your homework done. Have your lunch. Get there in time. Sometimes
7:30.
we were lucky that we got rides. You know, like I'm lucky I got a ride from you, etc. But like some people had to fucking take the bus. Some people had to take city bus to get to high school or walk. God forbid.
Yeah, walking would take a long time.
I used to have to walk to middle school wasn't hard, but like elementary school, I used to have to walk miles and miles to school, and that like
Takes time.
it's crazy to think about. Like we had to wake up an hour early at least. Like, anyways, just crazy.
And then we had LDS friends who had to go to like church school before school.
Like early bird.
and they had to get there at 6:30 in the morning.
Dude.
A teenager. That is
a full.
inhumane.
Yes. And also, the term lazy bones is so ironic considering my bones have done more fucking work than your entire ass for the last 15 years. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Man, shouts
got
out.
it.
We did that shit.
That's right. But no, it's absolutely absurd that we're like, hey, teenagers who need the most sleep, how about you get up and go and early in the morn, hope you're not angry. Oh, look, you are.
Why are you so mad? Our hormones are literally skyrocketing off the face of this planet. They're getting no sleep, overworked, underpaid. And by that I mean not paid at all. It's just so... and then also, all of their rights are being stripped from them consistently.
Oh, I'm always amazed at what kids put up with, honestly.
All the shit that all of us had to put up with is dumb as fuck. And I still get mad about it because I'm like, it's just so sad. Like, I just feel bad for kids, honestly. I'm like,
Kind of sucks.
you had to, like, live under someone's nose, even if you fully hardcore didn't believe in anything that they said. You had to be like, okay, yes, ma'am. Like, the people that had to call their parents ma'am and sir?
Uh-oh.
Are you fucked?
Oh, yeah.
I could go on. But anyways.
But yeah, I think a lot of adults, if you put them in the high school situation, like through shows, like they would struggle.
Yes.
Like hustling hour to hour, class to class, keeping everything straight, having your homework, trying to pay attention, taking notes, and then knowing you have to go home and do more shit?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And
No,
on
thank
top of
you.
that, like, even just thinking about waking up early, having to pay attention, deal with all the personal drama that all of us had to deal with.
Oh, yeah.
Then in
With
the middle,
mashed potato brains.
Mashed potato
on
brains,
Top of it. So you're
dealing
not
with all
firing
that.
at full cylinders.
then on top of all that, have to go to, like, gym
What?
in the
what is
middle
that?
of the day.
What is that?
And then have the, like, embarrassing choice of, like, showering in front of everybody.
Which no one did in our school.
No.
Never.
Yeah, we all had, like, wipes or,
We
like,
all had
something.
a lot of deodorant and
Yeah.
fucking Bath and
Bath
Body
and
Works
Body
Sweet
Works
Pea
spray.
body spray.
Or fucking,
Cucumber melon, Victoria's Secret.
Victoria's Secret. I was just gonna say, fucking Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body Works spray. Like, I remember distinctly, like, wafting so much sweet pea and, like, Japanese
I was
cherry
a Sweet
blossom.
Pea girl.
My
for
God.
sure.
I was a sweet pea girl.
I would do cucumber melon occasionally, but it wasn't my heart.
I had to do cucumber melon to start out. And then when I actually got a choice, I was a sweet pea girl. And then I really wanted to be, what was that purple Victoria's Secret one that
Love
Jamie had?
Spell or something.
Love Spell. I wanted to be Love Spell so fucking bad.
I knew,
All the
but my mom
baddies.
wouldn't take me to Victoria's Secret.
Your mom
Absolutely
would?
not.
Or
No.
no, she wouldn't. Yeah,
Not in
neither
middle
would my
school.
mom. My mom was like, you want to wear a thong? You're the devil.
She would take me to Bath and Body Works, but we're not going to Victoria's Secret.
Yeah, true that. But yeah, no, and back then it was so much easier because like sometimes I would get like a nice fiber for my mom and she'd be like, don't spend it all in one place. And I had to like choose either food or like a mini lotion from Bath and Body Works. And I would always choose Bath and Body Works.
That's the dedication to the game we had.
Truly, we had to because we were like, okay, either I will smell literally and be like pulverized by these teenage girls.
Do you remember like our Boca Park routine?
Oh, yeah, let's talk about it. You go
let's
ahead
do
first.
it. So I feel like our first stop was Bath and Body Works, and we'd wash our hands in their little sink with all their scented stuff, spray ourselves
Every
down.
time. That was like first step because we were like, what if we run into somebody?
Smell good.
We would always run into somebody.
Exactly. So we had to be smelling right.
Yes.
For free.
Yep, for free. What
So
up?
we do that. Maybe I would get a $3 lip gloss if I was feeling frisky. You know?
Froggy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it would be Tilly's.
Yeah, because it was right around the corner.
Uh-huh.
And then Wet Seal was right next to there.
Wet Seal was right there.
Then we'd go to the pet store.
Yeah.
That was right next to that. And then we'd go around to Target.
Mm-hmm.
And then on our way back, we'd go to Ross. And then sometimes we'd make it to Vaughn's, the grocery store, because they had a Panda Express in there.
Oh, yeah.
So sometimes we would like share, we would like
an orange chicken.
pull funds together and get a plate.
Or we'd go to McDonald's and get a $1 cheeseburger.
And one time, we stole a motorized cart from either Target or Vaughn's. I think it was Vaughn's. And then we drove it through the drive-thru because we tried to walk through before and they didn't let us. So we were like, technically.
We'll have a vehicle. I'm shocked that they let it work outside of the bounds of the parking lot.
I know.
Like, design flaw.
I know. Well, technically, that McDonald's was in the parking lot. So maybe that's
True.
why.
And we filmed it on our shitty little digital camera. At,
we need to post a picture of it.
Yeah, where you could just see, like, parts of our faces and then just mostly sky. You, like, barely hear us, but we were, like, so nervous.
I still remember that exact outfit I was wearing. Okay,
like giggling up a storm.
My outfit was a denim skirt.
Oh, hell yeah.
With a Hollister. Somehow I got my hands on a Hollister top. I don't know how that was possible because that was like a giant no-no. But I think I got like a gift card from someone for like Christmas or something. And it was a gray, thin t-shirt.
V-neck.
That was like deep V-neck because it had the buttons on the side. And you would, of course, because a lot of people don't know this if you're not millennial, you would layer either 2 or 3 lace tank tops underneath a t-shirt.
So that's why they made the shirt so damn thin, because they knew, hello, you're going to be wearing like 3 layers.
Yeah, so we would layer, I definitely had an American Eagle layered lacy tank top underneath. I only had one though, because I couldn't be bothered.
On a budget.
And then, I think probably like shoes I stole from Stacy or something.
Could be. With our poofs.
With our poofs. I definitely had a poof.
You definitely had a poof.
I think you had black hair. I think you were wearing a collared maroon shirt.
Yes, I had an American Eagle collared polo.
Yeah. And then your hair was, I think it was black at that time.
Yes, tragically, my sister was going to cosmetology school.
Oh, yes.
And the goal was to dye my hair a nice, solid, chocolatey brown. And she puts the dye in, I look in the mirror and I go, it looks really dark. She goes, it just looks that way. It'll wash out. It's like, okay. She washes my hair out.
Oh, no.
I'm in front of the mirror and I'm like, it looks really dark. She goes, it'll lighten up once we dye. She's trying it. It is blue black.
We've all been there.
Jet black. And I was like, it's not getting any lighter. It's black. And she's like, yeah, well, maybe somebody switched out the color in the dye. I was like, what?
No, with literally with black dye, like,
there's no coming back. And I asked her, I was like, can we fix it? And she goes, no, you're just going to have to grow it out. And I was like,
yeah. But luckily, Stacy looked fucking cool.
I did not look cool. I looked like a wannabe emo kid. I'm too pale and freckly to have jet black hair.
That was the exact desired aesthetic at that time.
It took so long, too. So what I had to do to try to recover is as it grew out, I had to, like, kind of dye it like a dark brown.
Yeah.
To try to blend. But it was like, it took so long.
At least you were smart about it in that way, because most people that box dye their hair black, it's really hard to transition back to your either original hair color or dye it a different color. Yeah. So most people...
I just had to dye the roots.
Yeah, but most people would just keep dyeing it black because they're like, whatever, I can't deal with it. So I'm glad that you did that.
It took so long.
Because, like, for example, me, I left dyeing too long, like, I want to say a year ago. Maybe over a year ago. And now the bottom half of my hair is pretty black and the rest of my hair is like my natural hair color. And I'm just trying to I'm trying to ride the wave because I just want my natural hair back. Okay. But yeah, you can definitely tell when you look closely, like my bottom layer is full black and then the top layer is like brown.
And this before anyone was filling in their brows, ladies and germs. So I had like these blonde eyebrows and this jet black hair.
She looked cool.
Redonkulous.
Stacy always plays it down, but let me tell you what. Stacy was desired. She was wanted. Everyone loved her. She was fucking cool. She dressed really cool. She was smart.
But
she
people
had
were
it all
mean. They're
going.
like, why did you dye your hair black? Are you trying to be emo? And I was like, I didn't mean to.
But she looked fucking cool. Like, I hate that people even ask you that. That's insane.
Like, what are you, emo now?
But everyone wanted to be emo.
Yeah, like, yeah, maybe I am.
Yeah, like, literally, shut the fuck up. I'm wearing Volcom, and I just listened to Census Fail, so shut Dude, oh, man, it was a time. And you know what? I was just talking to, not to carry this conversation on too long.
That's what we do.
I know, you're right. I was just talking to someone, another musician in town, who's a part of this, like, really cool indie band. Their name is called People You Know. Check them out. They're really fucking cool.
Shout outs.
This dude is, like, 22 or 23. We were just, like, talking about music and shit, and then he was like, wait, what year did you graduate? So we're talking about that. And, like, it was the first time that I felt like, I don't feel old at all, but it was, like, the first time that I was like, whoa. Because
you don't feel old at all until you talk to, like, a 19 to 23-year-old, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, because he quite literally was like, well, you know, oh, man, like, all of us in our generation just want to be part of, like, your generation, like, your era. Like, did you have, like, what was it, like, a Xanga or something? And he's like, wait, did you actually have, like, a MySpace? And I was like, I'm too old to be, you know, that, like, am I too old to be here?
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah, I'm like,
you
it's like our nom.
the shit we saw.
It's our nom. Like, they were like, we wish that we were. I'm like, I don't know if you wish that you were. Although, it was fucking cool.
It was fun, and luckily we didn't get kidnapped or murdered. Despite the extreme danger of the internet at this time.
Oh my God, it was the wild
It was
west.
unmoderated. No one gave a fuck.
It was bad news.
It was all predators on there.
All predators.
Essentially.
Everyone. I remember meeting up with people multiple times that I met on MySpace that were, like, in their 20s. Like, it's horrible. And I was, like 15.
Stealing candy from a baby.
It really, like, and I remember even, like, and I'm so lucky that I, like, had the wherewithal to be like, I'm not feeling it with this guy. Not feeling it? He's a full adult.
He
like,
should not even be in your orbit.
One of them, it was a memory that just, like, I remembered, like, last week or a week before that. One of the girls that I was friends with, she was also, like, a year older than me, but we were both fucking teenagers. But she would hang out with 20-year-olds, 23-year-olds, 25-year-olds all the time. She was the one I went to the famous frat party with that one time. She told this guy to hit me up. And we went to Romeo and Juliet, the play at Palo.
Oh, God.
When I was, like,
the
a
nerve
sophomore.
of these dudes to show their face in public.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's stunning.
He was literally, like, 21, 22. Like, some shit like that. And I'm like, at the time, I was just like, he's not really my thing because he's, like, he was, like, very depressed, obviously. Like, a lot of screws were
things
loose.
are not going well in his life. Let's put it that way.
And I was like, I don't know if I'm into him. But can you imagine a 15-year-old being like, I'm not sure if I'm into him. He's 22. Yeah. Like, get a job.
You're not into him.
Get a fucking, thank God I wasn't.
He should leave you alone.
Like, that is so crazy that I even had to deal with that multiple times. Like, wild.
And I still think it's probably pretty bad, but I do think our cultural awareness has upped a lot. And people are just, I hope, paying a little bit more attention.
Yeah, the fact, like, just like you said, the fact that he, like, could show his face and be like, it's chill. Like, the audacity.
I'm here with the child, no big deal.
Can you imagine? Like, unbelievable. But anyway, it was a really cool time. I feel really lucky that we grew up with the media that we did. And, like,
and I did learn to code.
Yeah, as did I.
Pretty cool.
We were very fucking cool. No one taught us that shit.
We just Googled it.
We didn't even know that it was called coding.
I'll never forget when Shelby Ross, shout out, taught me how to steal code from other websites.
Oh, yeah.
Game on.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Game on.
I don't know who taught me that. Maybe you did. No, you know what? My friend Nicole, shout out to Nicole, she taught me a bunch of shit. She also taught me how to, I never did it, but she was, like, super seen.
Oh, yeah.
So she would, like, cut her jeans that were already skin tee, and she would make them, like, skin.
Yeah, girls would sew their pants closed every day.
Yes.
Crazy.
She taught me how to do it. I never did it. She also taught me how to cut my own hair. She taught me a lot of different shit that I didn't really take along with me because I was like, I am not as cool as you. I can't handle that. But, yeah, it was a cool era. But anyways, we just loved growing up.
And it was like this era.
Yes. Like, perfectly this era.
Which is so funny because, like, you meet Lindsay Lohan And she's supposed to be like, not that cool. And I'm like, bitch, this chick would have been the coolest girl in school.
Yeah, like she would have been hella cool, and so Stacy Hinkhouse would have been cool too. Like her like enemy. They would have both been cool in different circles, but she would have been fucking cool.
Oh yeah, with that hair and that outfit and that makeup.
And just being as gorgeous as she is, like
she'd be slaying.
Yeah, everyone would eat her up.
But she's like, does anyone like me? I'm like, ugh.
I'm like, girl, everyone should.
Ugh, yes.
You're in a band, bitch. Like that would be so cool. Are you kidding? Anyways. Where were we? Oh yeah, we were talking about night shift versus
yes.
Yeah. But I was just saying that's very much like Stacy and I, because Stacy's definitely the morning shift and I'm absolutely the night shift, and I think there's huge benefits to both. It just reminded me of that. Anyways.
I mean, I don't have like a ton of notes just because I was so sucked into the movie and just having like a great time.
Yeah, I don't have a shit ton, but I have a good amount. Also, the sheer amount of times that she had to go to detention.
Yes, you're like relatable.
Yo, I didn't like go to detention a lot, but I did go to the dean's office like every day, every other day for like quite a while.
Because you weren't listening to all the rules.
That and like pretty much that actually, yeah. Just like they misinterpreted my sense of humor for being disrespectful.
Yeah, quote unquote disrespectful.
I know, which I'm like, maybe some senses of humor are disrespectful, but mine was funny. Okay.
And she went to detention for some whack reasons.
Yes.
The fact that I even wrote down her teacher, I was like, she said the exact point of 1984, so I don't know what her teacher's talking about.
Yeah.
And then you realize later, he's taking out a vengeance against her mom on her?
Which is
insane. Ew, you psycho.
And gross.
Yes.
Because see, there's another problem. Patriarchy, thinking that they own women. So like, hey, guess what? If you don't like me back from like 30 years ago, I'm going to punish your daughter.
And I think it's like, and she tries to tell her mom, like, he's out to get me. And her mom's like, well, everyone's out to get you. But it's like, I don't think people realize that there are a lot of adults who do target children. And do give them a hard time and do single them out for punishment and are really shitty to them. And part of it is that they know that no one will believe them.
Exactly. Like, who's going to believe a child over an adult? Like, rarely does that happen, which is fucked.
Yeah. And everyone just defers to the adult. It's like, why?
Yeah. I know. Like, why? You know, everyone here who's an adult knows hella adults that lie. So why wouldn't an adult lie in that scenario? Like,
or people just, like, get hella picked on. Like, I heard this horrifying story the other day where it was like two twin brothers. One was adopted, but the family didn't adopt the twin brother. But he's like still living in their house, and like the school thought the one kid was also adopted, so like threw him a party, and then it was like, oh no, he wasn't. But it's just saying like this kind of shit happens all the time, and these people like they think they have their weird reasons, and people just like let them get away with it. But it's like it's not that unusual for toxic adults to like single out certain people and children for bad shit.
Absolutely. I feel like I've been through that a lot in my younger years. I feel like I was targeted a lot for like really weird shit, and
then other kids who aren't being targeted are like, they seem fine to me because they don't see it because they're not the one being targeted.
Yes, which is it's just so odd. Like, we're fucking weird to kids, and we need to be more mindful. Like, no. I wrote, what kid in high school has a fucking motorcycle though? Holy shit! But like later on, I realized like, oh wait, I don't think he's like in high school.
I was really confused about that too, because he says he does work there, but I couldn't tell if he meant like as a student aide.
Right.
Like you work during this period.
Can you even drive a motorcycle until you're like 18?
Ooh, I don't know. It's probably very like area dependent. Like I'm sure like a lot of rural areas don't give a fuck.
I would bet that he's an adult technically. I bet our theory is correct that he's 18.
And maybe he went to school like later, and so he's 18 his entire senior year.
Yeah.
We don't know.
I mean, I think he would have had to be someone who worked there for, like we were talking about, for it to make sense for him to, like, be able to date her because he's only a couple years older. It's not, like, that weird because he's, like, barely legal. And then also, technically, he's legal, so it's fine to date as an adult, you know. Like, I think they kind of did have to ride that line. But it's never specified.
It is not.
Also, the brother hitting the guitar with his drumsticks. Everything that this kid did, I was so fucking mad at.
I know. It's funny how, like, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
So when we were kids, we thought Bean from Even Stevens was really annoying. But as we grow up, we're like, he was actually really funny. Opposite for this kid.
Yes.
So, like, I was more tolerant of him when I was younger. And now I'm like, you're so annoying.
Yeah, because I feel like having gone through some shit like that, Hazen was like that with me. And I remember being so mad at him. Like, I couldn't stand this kid. This is my brother that, like, is my best fucking friend, you know, now. But, like, back then, he used to be a shithead. And he would do shit all the time. Like, he would read my diary. He would, like, tell people my little secrets. And he would try to, like, embarrass me in public. And, like, everyone thought he was so funny. And I was like, I am going to kill you. But it's funny to, like, see it back like this. Because it's, like... It is, like, harmless, seemingly. But, like, when you're a teenager and your hormones are, like, raging, you're like,
I'll kill you.
You're my worst enemy. How? But, yeah. But he's also, like, hurting himself because that was his dad's guitar.
Yeah.
And he's, like, killing his guitar.
Yeah.
Fool.
Idiot. I did write, why are all the evil hose beasts named Stacy?
I know. In so many movies lately, too.
Yeah. Well, it's slang in the incel community. So, it's all over.
But their names are spelled wrong. Yours
That's true.
is the right way. Most of them are EY or IE. Just saying. I love when the, like, Dario-looking friend was like, aren't you, like, the maid of horror or something? I'm like, yes!
She's so great.
She's so cool. I love them so much.
The band is amazing. The band fucking rocks.
Yeah, they fuck. It's so fucking cool.
They slap so hard. I do love at the end when Jamie Lee Curtis is realizing this in Lindsay Lohan's body. And they're like, oh, hey, we did a key change to blah, blah, blah. And she goes, you play notes?
I know. And she's like, you're not just noise. That was really sweet. So we're not just noise. You're not just noise. I'm like, the part, this could never fly now, but the part where, like, Jamie Lee Curtis takes off her door, and then Lindsay Lohan is like, you give me my door back, or I will kill myself, and the brother's like, ooh, can I watch?
Yeah.
I'm like, that would never.
No, you can't make those jokes now.
You could never make that joke now, ever, especially for Disney. Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah.
Never. Also, the scene that I think is really underrated that, like, when I was younger, I took for granted, and then when I watched it back this time, I was like, cool. Like, just the way it was shot, everything about it. The scene where they switch bodies, like, it does, like, an overhead view of them in their beds, and then it's, like, all one shot, I want to say, where it, like, goes over her, and then it goes over here, and then it goes to Lindsay. It's just really cool the way it was shot. And then also... the next day where they, like, wake up and they realize that they're not in their right body, blah, blah, blah. That was shot really cool because they were clearly wearing, like, harnesses with the cameras
like
on
point
themselves.
Of view shit.
So sick. And I had never seen anything like that when I was younger. So
it's a really good movie.
It's great.
Similar to Miss Congeniality. Like, there's no rough parts. There's no weird parts. It just goes down easy.
Yeah.
Keeps you interested.
Yeah. And it's, like, funny and cute. And, like, I don't know. The music is great. I love all the characters. Like, the stepdad... Ryan, so
he's such
fucking
a gem. I also, on this reviewing, I think when I was younger, I didn't really pay attention to Jamie Lee Curtis's, like, job as a psychologist.
Yeah.
Watching it now, I was like, yeah, it is really demanding, and you have a lot of responsibility, and these people, like, are counting on her, and she, like, kind of always has to be within reach.
Totally. And, like, yeah, they showed, like, maybe the most exaggerated form of, like, one of her clients, but, like, that would be a scenario that would really happen.
Right.
Someone that's like, no, I need to be in contact with you at all times.
Yeah, and I know most, like, mental health professionals will give out their cell phones in case of emergencies, and it's like, your idea of an emergency and their idea of an emergency might be very different.
Yeah, my therapist is cool. Shout out Liberty, because she has really good boundaries in that way, where she doesn't give her own phone. She has an assistant. So anytime you have to get in touch, like, it's her assistant that you're talking to, not her, which I think is incredibly important for them to do. And I'm glad more people are starting to do that, because that would fuck up your everyday life, you know, and it wouldn't be fair. Oh, I said one of the best performances I've ever seen is when the lady is crying on the couch, like one of her clients, while, like, Lindsay Lohan is, like, in her mom's body. The lady that's crying on the couch and she's, like, mumbling, you don't know anything that she's fucking saying. She's like, like, so
like,
good.
And how does that make you feel?
Like, it's so fucking, I was laughing so hard.
I did write, this is not a very positive portrayal of people who seek therapy.
It's not. The mom, the last scene, that's someone that, like, that makes sense. And that's, like, not exaggerated. But, yeah. I mean, there are people that would be like that, I suppose. Well, yeah, kind of.
I don't know why I wrote this, but I said, love trying to point out how psychological principles and logic don't work on raging teenage hormones and mashed potato brains.
Wait, say it again?
Said, I love how it's trying to point out how psychological principles and logic don't work on raging teenage hormones and mashed potato brains.
Yeah, how she's like, stop shrinking me.
Exactly.
Because that's
she's
how
like
I
trying
would
to be
feel.
like, let's think logically. It's like, dead end.
Yeah, it's like,
It's not
straight
gonna
up,
work.
I don't want to think logically right
Exactly.
now. I'm thinking with my full mashed potato brain.
Raging teenager, and logic does not work on me.
No.
Okay?
And it wouldn't. Like,
It wouldn't.
It didn't work on me.
No, it doesn't work.
Like, what are you talking about? No. That was the end of my notes, but I can keep talking about stuff.
Oh, I did write the shakiest banisters I've ever seen. Did you notice this?
Yes! I was like,
They were like, every time they'd storm up and down stairs, those banisters like, wah, wah, wah. I was like, can somebody put an extra nail in there? This is kind of distracting.
That is
honestly.
very distracting, and I never noticed that before. Also, Chad Michael Murray gets a crush on Jamie Lee Curtis.
That's one of my notes. I said, imagine being like, haha, remember that time you were in love with my mom and tried to stop her wedding? What?
I know, and he like acts like he's like, I thought I liked her, but like really, it's just you, because he doesn't think that she knows all the ins and outs, because he doesn't know she was in her body. But like that would be weird.
Yeah, because
like,
he went so hard. He tried to stop their wedding.
Yeah, but I guess at the same time, she knew you just really liked my soul.
True.
So I guess like that would make it better.
She does say, well, at least you know he doesn't like you for your body.
Yeah. He likes you for your mind. But an iconic part of this entire fucking movie that spoke to our generation more than like maybe any part of the movie is when he is outside of her house and he's like, my loneliness is killing me. Why that song to serenade someone?
Well, and that's on the soundtrack is his like shitty intro, and then it transitions into the pop punk cover of that song, and it's beautiful.
That is so good. Even like the way his voice cracks sounds like cool. Like I don't know. And I'm like, yes, it's so fucking cool.
And she like has to tackle him.
She literally full on tackles him in pearls and heels.
Yeah, like stop trying to ruin my mother's fucking wedding.
And then she kisses him.
And he's like,
He's just like mid.
Where's your mom though?
Where's your fucking baddie ass mom? The way that she transformed herself. Again, another montage.
Another makeover montage.
Makeover montage. Brilliant.
So good.
Like she really does like embody Stevie Nicks with like short hair. She looks so really fucking cool. And then the speech that Ryan gives at the end is really telling about what kind of person he is.
Yes, he's so cool and hot.
It's literally like, go. Like, why are you still here? You should fucking go. It's not like she's like in the middle of the wedding being like, bye.
It is a rehearsal dinner.
It's the fucking rehearsal dinner, please. And she's gone for 20 minutes. Like, who cares? And then he's like, if you think that's what kind of guy I am, I don't want to be portrayed as that. And maybe we shouldn't get married because so cool. He's so hot and dope.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, while being inhabited by Lindsay Lohan, is like so mean to the brother and the husband that it's like funny, but it would fuck up a lot of relationships.
I know. That's why she was like, don't traumatize your son. Because that would happen where like for like a week.
Turned on me.
Your mom is being insane and then she goes back to normal. Like,
what was all that about?
And she's like, run fast. And then she's like, I'd be like, my mom's fucking possessed. Yikes.
Right, exactly.
But she kind of.
I've seen this movie before.
I know. Dun, dun, dun. And then yeah, the end of the movie is really cute because
so cute.
It made me cry, of course. But how she's just like, yeah, and we all make a little room for Ryan. I'm like, are you kidding me?
And then it ends with a wedding and a performance by Pink Slip. Very cute.
You're it. You're the ultimate. It's automatic. I'm sure of it. No light. So don't even try to tell me that you're not the guy. 'Cause I've been waiting all my life for someone just like you. You're it. You're the ultimate. Yow. Wow. We nailed that shit.
You can tell we listened to the soundtrack of that.
We love this movie.
It's worth a rewatch if you haven't given it a gander in a while.
It is so good. At least listen to the soundtrack, but like truly watch the movie. It is so fucking good. I really like am curious to know if a lot of you do watch the movies before.
Yeah.
And then listen, like, or if you take our recommendations and you do, like, y'all should let us know because that is something that would mean a lot to us.
And if you are a Gen Zer who wants a window into this time, watch this movie. Yeah. Listen to our podcast. You'll get it. Yeah.
The soundtrack, the way that they're dressed, like just everything about it just kind of gives you a little window into what we were all looking at. Because I could say the same about a lot of movies. I want to say the same about, like, Lizzie McGuire, but it's not.
No.
Like, that is, like, a very exaggerated bubblegum version of what we all went through. But, yeah, this movie is a great depiction, so please watch it. But, you ready for trivia?
Trivia.
Okay, here we go.
I'm excited. I'm ready.
What food item do Anna and Tess open up that made them switch bodies?
A fortune cookie.
Nice. What is Anna's grandpa afraid of?
Earthquakes.
What's the name of Anna's band?
Pink slip.
Which band did Jake and Anna both say they couldn't stand?
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
I don't remember.
White Stripes.
Oh, yeah,
Which I was like,
because I'm wondering, like, why?
They're like, why don't you get a bass player? I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, shit.
They have a good drummer. They don't need a bass player. What song does Jake sing to try and serenade Tess with?
What is it called? What's it called?
With you, I lose my mind. Baby, hit me one more time.
Hit me one more time. I'm like, I know all the words. Why can I not think of the title?
All good. I do that all the time. But
Did
you nailed
I pass?
it. 100%.
Wow. And I'm looking at a quiz right tonight.
Sick around
BuzzFeed's got
me.
one.
Guaranteed.
It
BuzzFeed.
says, which Freaky Friday character are you? You're the ultimate. Okay, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Oh.
Which character is your favorite? Harry, the little brother, Grandpa, Pepe, who works at the restaurant, or Evan, the neurotic patient?
These are my options?
Yeah.
Then I guess, maybe Pepe. She's cute.
Right.
She's a baddie.
She is super cool. Okay, choose a song from the soundtrack. Lilacs, What I Like About You. Simple Plan, Happy Together. Ashley Simpson, Just Let Me Cry. Or Christina Vidal, Take Me Away.
Take Me Away. For
It's
sure.
so good.
So good.
Pick a member of Pink Slip. Maddie, Christina Vidal. Peg, the Daria one. Anna, Lindsay Lohan. Or literally none of them. Fucking hate her.
Honestly, Anna. She's cool.
Which outfit would you wear? Okay, this is a visual one.
Okay.
It's the one of her wearing the black long sleeve shirt, her in the Chinese restaurant wearing the jean jacket, her like plaid jean jacket look, or her outfit from the first scene where it's like the olive pants and the black shirt.
Funny enough, the black long sleeve shirt, I loved that look when I was growing up, and I had that shirt. Like, I got it because of that movie, and that's definitely more of the way I dress. So
Okay, love it. Okay, pick a lyric from the song Ultimate. You're the kind of friend. You're the kind of friend who always bends when I'm broken.
like, remember
When you took my heart and put it back together again. That's the second one.
Okay.
I've been wasting time with clueless guys, but now it's over. And then it skips to, you're it. You're the ultimate. It's automatic. I'm sure of it. The end.
Oh, okay. I was hoping for the sends shivers down my spine because that one's
Sadly,
cool.
no.
But I would go with the I was always wasting time with something guy, but now it's over.
Okay, girl. You're Anna Coleman.
Yo.
It doesn't have a description, but you're really cool and stylish, and you have Jodie Foster levels of intensity, which we like.
Fuck yeah. And I'm in a
Let me
band.
refresh. Okay.
Here we go. Okay, which character is your favorite? Harry, Grandpa, Pepe, or Evan?
Grandpa.
Dude, he's great. I love him.
Grandpa's sick.
Choose a song from the soundtrack. Lilacs, What I Like About You. Simple Plans, Happy Together. Ashley Simpson, Just Let Me Cry. Or Christina Vidal, Take Me Away.
I'm really torn between the first two. I'll do the first one.
What I Like About You.
You really know how to
Can I
dance.
choose this? Pick a member of Pink Slip. Maddie, Peg, or
Maddie.
Anna. Maddie.
Say
She's so
less,
sick.
Maddie.
Which outfit would you wear?
I like her first fit, the olive green pants and like the red and black shirt. I think it's the...
Okay, yeah. That shit is sick. Pick a lyric from the song Ultimate. You're the kind of friend who always bends when I'm broken.
That one.
You're Jake! We're in love!
Yes.
And it doesn't give any description, but
just know.
you're hot and everybody knows it.
Thank you. I have a motorcycle.
That is, as
Oh
usual.
my God.
That's so cute. Well, yet another episode has come and
Another
gone.
one on the books.
One for the books,
Another
darling.
capsule of millennial life.
That's right. We hope that you enjoyed this. We talked a lot. Are we like way over time?
We're not. We're at an hour.
Damn. Okay. Well, we killed it. We love you so, so much. If you want to prepare for next week, we're only doing 3 episodes for this month.
Because we missed the first week.
Yeah, because of my sick ass. But the last episode is going to be Down to Earth, starring Chris Rock.
Yeah.
One of my ultimate favorite movies from childhood.
It's a classic.
And we hope you guys watch it and then join us next week. We love you so very much. And we'll talk to you so soon.
Love you. See you next week.
Love you. See you next week. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Shout out to I Have No Mouth for our delightful theme song and Whitney Vertucci for our beautiful podcast art.
And all of this couldn't be possible without our amazing producer, Anthony, aka DJ Munchausen.
If you have questions for us or would like to advertise with us, please email us at blockbusterwives@gmail.com and please join our Patreon for exclusive bonus content.
As always, please rate, subscribe, and tell all your friends about us.
We love you.
You're it. You're the ultimate. It's automatic. I'm sure of it. No like, so don't even try to tell me that you're not the guy. 'Cause I've been waiting all my life for someone just like you. You're it. You're the ultimate, yo.